Hi, it's Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I am here to talk to you because I've been buying books. And I would like to try to use the excuse that it's my birthday month. And I usually do buy a bit more books in June because it is my birthday month. And so I'm going to use that. I'm going to use it again. I use it every year for an excuse. So there will be more books probably than this, but this is what's on the docket right now that has been received. And I get too excited to wait. So I'm just going to show you what I got because we all, unfortunately, are addicted to buying books. Fortunately or unfortunately. So I will start with the two books that I got from Barnes and Noble. My sister was up recently. We had a celebration for my son's graduation, and we had some family and friends. And my sister came up, and so we decided to treat ourselves to some retail shopping. We went shopping for some clothes, and then we went get some books, and then we finished it off with a salad to make ourselves really feel better. But we were spending so much money. But I ended up getting two books. And so I wanted to show you the two that I got there, and then I'll show you the other books that I got. So the first one is the third in the Kennedy Ryan series. That is the new release. And I read the first one in these books and enjoyed it. It's a very lovely Black contemporary romance that I just felt like the characters were so done so well. And I really enjoyed it. So this is the third. I read only the first, but I own the first and second, but I just got too excited. I wanted to have the third, to have the trio together. And I was really excited because when I got this in the store, there was a whole bunch like on the shelf. Oh, that goes nice with that. There's a whole bunch on the shelf, and they had the sticker right here, right in the smack on her afro, a big sticker saying Barnes and Noble exclusive, and this one didn't have it. So either somebody like went to lunch and hadn't finished putting all the stickers on, or I don't know, maybe they got the hint that people don't always want the sticker. So I scratched this one up because I was like, I don't want to have to be like, you can clearly see there's been no sticker on here, but when you have to clean it off. And my friend Alba, if you're watching Alba, she had given me some suggestions on how to get it off books nicely and stuff. But so I was so excited because I told my sister, oh, there's no sticker. I mean, look, if they wanted to put the sticker, why don't they just put it back here at the back, not right below the author? There's a big space here to put that. I don't need to see that sticker. I think a book should sell itself, especially because this is a third in a series. They don't need anybody plugging it. They just put that back here and let's go. Because I don't really care if it's back here so much, even though I probably would still peel it off. So this is the third in a romance series, and the first one in this series is the first one I read by Kennedy Ryan, but she's written a lot of books, and this one I really enjoyed it. So I know that summer I will be reading two. I don't know if I'll get to three yet, but now I own it, so I have it. So that was the one. And then the other one was, I just kind of came across it in the same section where they had the romance. They had poetry and they had essay. And this one was in there, and I just saw the spine, and I saw Alice Walker, and I was like, gotta get it. I didn't hear of this before. And this is In Search of Our Mother's Gardens, Womanist Prose by Alice Walker. And I'll read the back. It says, originally published 40 years ago, Alice Walker's first collection of nonfiction is a dazzling compendium that remains both timely and relevant. In these 36 essays, Walker contemplates her own work and that of other writers, considering the civil rights movement of the 1960s and the anti-nuclear movement of the 1980s, and writes vividly and courageously about a scarring childhood injury. Throughout, she explores the theories and practices of feminism, incorporating what she calls the womanist tradition of Black women, insights that are vital to understanding our lives and society today. Now, when you read that, we got to pick it up. So I'm excited. It's soft cover. It's a beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. I love it. And so I'm really, really, really excited to read this. I think this is going to be fabulous. So an unexpected buy. I went in there with no intentions of, no expectation of what I wanted to buy. And I didn't even look at my list. I just walked around the store. And then when I got to this section, they had the Kennedy Ryan one up, obviously, where you could see it. And I was like, oh, hey, I do want that. That is something I wanted to get. So I did pick that up. So those are the two that I got at Barnes and Noble. And I don't know why I'm still keeping it in a little handy dandy bag right now, but. And this is how, like, I am. When I put them in the bag, and even when I go, if they put the books in the bag, they will stack them on top of each other like this. I put cover to cover because I don't want anything to happen to the cover in the bag. Even when I do it at home, if I take it out, I put it back the same way like that. Okay, so then let me do a brief break before I get to the other two books because I have 4 books altogether with something different. I'm a crafter. I love all things paper crafting, arts, painting, everything. And so I had vowed I was not buying ever another coloring book. But then I saw this one, and I was like, one more won't hurt. One more. And this one is called Positive Affirmations, Coloring Book for Black Women. Over 40 illustrations of beautiful women of color. Relieve stress, boost your confidence, and self-love. And this is the cover of the book. But it has really cute, the paper is, I want to say it's Amazon paper, which is meh. You could, if you really don't like the paper in a book, just know this. You can take paper to the printers and, even Staples, and you can print it on marker paper or heavier paper that you like. I probably won't go that far. One thing that I do like about this, they're not double-sided pages. So I'll put something in between the page when I go to do it. So if it goes through, I don't really care. But they're really beautiful little pictures in here. And I just like them because I think while I'm listening to an audiobook, I can just do some coloring. This one here is my heart and mind are open and ready for new experiences. And it's got this woman here. Let me just show you a couple of them. I'm becoming a better version of myself each day rather. Let me show you some other ones. I inhale my dreams and exhale my fears. I'm stepping into my power. I look forward to this one. I allow myself to feel so I can heal. So it's really pretty. And on the back they have some more there. So you can get that on Amazon. Not that I'm publishing or promoting, but that's where I ended up getting this. And I thought this would be a nice one to kind of work with. So there's that. All right, now back to the books, back to the good stuff. I always search online and look new releases. I look around in videos. I have not heard anybody talk about this, but I found this on a list of new releases that were coming out, and I was like, I think this needs to go in my library. A, for the content, and B, it is absolutely stunning cover. And this is Joy Goddess, A'Lelia Walker, in the Harlem Renaissance by A'Lelia Bundles, author of On Her Own Ground. And this is the story of Madam C.J. Walker's daughter, who was the first billionaire, Black female billionaire. And this is her story. And she is not daughter, her great daughter. Hold on. Her great granddaughter is the one that wrote the book. Okay. And it is about her daughter. And that's A'Lelia Walker. And it says, dubbed a vibrant biography of A'Lelia Walker, daughter of millionaire, did I say billionaire? Millionaire businesswoman, sorry, I meant to say millionaire, Madam C.J. Walker, an iconic figure in her own right. Dubbed the Joy Goddess of Harlem's 1920s by poet Langston Hughes for her lavish parties, A'Lelia Walker helped define the Harlem Renaissance. After inheriting her mother's empire, Walker would become America's first high-profile Black heiress and prominent patron of the arts, whose legendary Dark Tower salon added glamour to uptown New York. Now her great-granddaughter, A'Lelia Bundles, takes readers inside Walker's 3 New York homes, where she entertained the likes of Zora Neale Hurston, Paul Robeson, Carl Van Vechten, W. Du Bois, and other luminaries of the Roaring Twenties, based on meticulous research and Walker's personal correspondence. Joy Goddess is a portrait of a woman coming of age and striving to define herself as a businesswoman, mother, and wife while grappling with her mother's daunting legacy. Bundles cuts through nearly a century of myth-making to at last bring one of America's history's most fascinating characters unforgettably to life. So I can't wait to read this. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. So there's that one. And this last one is a fiction, and it is a new release. It just came out. It's hot off the press. And I was so, oh my God, I saw the cover and I was like, oh my God, I love that cover so much. And I love the idea of the book. And that is The Great Man by Kira Davis Lurie. And, oh, did I show you the picture? Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on a minute. This is Alelia Bundles. Let's see if you can see her picture in there. You can see her there? Okay. I like to show the pictures. I keep forgetting to. And this book, The Great Man by Kira Davis Lurie. This is her picture. Hers is nice and bright for you to see hers. Okay, so this is basically kind of a retelling of, my understanding is correct, of The Great Gatsby, but with Black people set in LA's elite society. Okay, that's what I remember if I did. But I will tell you what it says here. Yeah, hello. It's exactly what they say here. In this poignant retelling of The Great Gatsby, set among LA's Black elite, a young veteran finds his way post-war, pulled into a new world of tantalizing possibilities and explosive tensions. It says, in 1945, Charlie Trammell steps off a cross-country train into the vibrant tapestry of Los Angeles. Lured by his cousin Marguerite's invitation to the esteemed West Adams Heights, Charlie is immediately captivated by the Black opulence of LA's new rechristened Sugar Hill. Settling in at a local actress's energetic boarding house, Charlie discovers a different way of life, one brimming with opportunity, from a promising career at a Black-owned insurance firm and the absence of Jim Crow to the potential of an unforgettable romance. But nothing dazzles quite like James Reaper Man. Reaper's extravagant parties, attended by luminaries such as Lena Horne, Hattie McDaniel, draw Charlie in, bringing the milieu of wealth and excess within his reach. I don't even need to read more, right? You're like, I'm there. I think it's going to be so interesting. What a cool way to pull on a retelling of this very popular story. So as soon as I read the description of this, I pre-ordered it, and I don't think I'm going to regret it, and I can't wait to read this. Don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I would love to read it this summer. But yeah, pick it up. I think this is a great one. So those are the books that I got. This one and this one. Read the covers one more time. Coloring book, boom, and these two. I just think this is going to be great and so very relevant today. So I like things like that. Something that's written 40 years ago. It's kind of sad sometimes when you think that how much things haven't changed. But I definitely think that this is going to speak to me. And I'm looking forward to reading book 2 so I can get to this one. And I'm so happy there's no sticker. Look at that. That beautiful Black woman there does not have to be covered with an ugly sticker. So I am excited. These are the 4 books that I bought recently. I did also buy an ebook. I can't remember the name of it, but I will tell you about that. I will do a video on the ebooks that I've been buying. I've been keeping pretty good track of those on my digital app, but also in my book journal. So I will probably do a separate video of the Kindle new books, but these are my new physical editions, which I'm still working on my list of 25 for donation. I have the bag over there, so I need to get back on it because these babies got to find a new home. So I'm very excited, but let me know if any of you have bought these or are going to buy these, or if they sound interesting to you. I'm super excited. I think every single one of these books, I'm going to have a lot to talk about once I read them. So I really think it's going to be fun. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you're all doing well. All right, bye.